And yes, hello everybody, it is me again. Today's going to be something a little bit different. As you can see, I'm using OBS, and we're going to be doing a tutorial today on how to make your own Press Your Luck boards for Press Your Luck Expert Edition 3.3. Now, 3.3 is the only compatible version where you can do this. If you have 4.0, don't worry about it. It is not compatible. And I don't think 3.2 is either. I don't know who has 3.2 anymore. Because 3.3 is obviously the most popular version, in my opinion. So let's start. Obviously, you're going to need to download Press Your Luck 3.3 first. I'm not giving you the link for that. You'll look finding it. I have a list of here from my... Here we go. What you want to do is you want to open up a new Untitled Notepad, like so. Actually, get two up, because one you'll need immediately, one you'll need a little bit later. Now, to start off, look at some inspirations. Go to the boards file and see. We're gonna do start with BD1. How about this one? There we go. No, that one's not a good one actually. Let's go to here. What BD1? Give me a moment. In a minute. Let me find one. No, that's the prize one. We won't need that yet. This may take longer than I thought. Here it is. Found it. See all these? These are pretty important stuff. W hips. Let's start off with that. Those are the whammies. Those dreaded whammies. Now, you also want to pull up, to start off, you also want to pull up your slides.mtr file. You go into slides, wherever you put your 3.3 Expert Edition game. Excuse me. Then click on your slides.mtr file. You want to do the same thing for prizes. See here it says prizes.mtr. Don't worry about the prizes just yet. We'll get to those in a minute. Now, look at all these stuff first of all. Look at all this. All these spaces. Lots of choices to use. Let's say, alright, let's start off with the whammies. Let's go down here. Here we go. Where is it? Here we go. Where's W hips? Here it is. You want to type in this in your slides thing in the search bar right here. You want to go under slides and search that up. In this case, be whammy, not 7, 6. And there it is. Just like so. Now, you want to type this in your untitled thing here. And then put a comma. You can add a space if you want to, but that is completely optional and completely up to you. Now, let's say you want to put a cash amount up there. Let's say $7.50. I'm going to put blue up there. Again, go to your slides and copy this by hitting Control C as a keyboard shortcut I learned my freshman year. And then copy and paste by using Control V. And there it is. Voila. Now let's just say you don't want a specific color. You get rid of the color and just type, let's say, 1250. If you don't want to spin, just use the underscore. That way it'll even it out. Let's say you don't really want a specific color. Let's say you want Influence green, which is a great color. You just, do that. If you don't want to scroll, just click Control F, and you and just type 1250 neon, what was it, neon fluorescent green. Is that what it was? Yeah, neon flow green. Exactly like that, and it'll take it to you. Now, let's say you want to do, let's see, 1200 pale blue. It's up there. First it'll say Windows is finished, but then press enter, then voila, there you go. So it doesn't work the first time, it'll work the second time. And again, you want to copy this, the beginning of the line. Let's see, 1250 FLG. Put it in your notepad like so. Now, if you want a prize, you just type in prize. This is where your other one comes in. There are 6 prizes in each line. Let's say you want a DVD player. I already made the file. However, I will do it again. Open image. Let me go back here. Stay in your slides folder. What you want to do is you want to type underscore BL dot BMP. This will bring up all of your backgrounds for the slides. In this case, we're going to use Trek Green. You just drag it, and then you do that, and then you. In this case, you want to open, but since I already have it open, that won't matter. Now, in order to find the DVD player, you want to go to Google, of course, and you want to find a DVD player. Now, this next step is very important. You do not want a background because it will mess this up. Okay? Unless you use a magic wand, but I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it for this case. What you want to do is you want to go to color and then click transparent. See, I already have it checked. You want to find one, view image, right click save image, and then it'll bring a pop up like where you want to save it. Just press enter, it will download as like so. Now, this next step is extremely important. You want to go to a website entitled pickresize.com. I will post that in the description down below. What you can do if you have Google Chrome, you can easily drag it to the browse button, and there it is. Now, if you're using a different one, what you want to do is if you're using a different browser, you want to click browse, and it'll bring a pop-up. That's not what we want there. And then we will go down to here, where you put your file. Make sure you remember the name, or at least the beginning of it. In this case, you press open, but I'm going to cancel because we already did that. We're just going to drag it again. We're going to continue. Now, as you can see here, that is way too big for this. This space and all other slides are 79 by 79. What you want to do is go down to custom size and just type 79 by 79. And then click done. Now, as you can see here, it will, let me see. You can say to the web, you want to save to disk. It'll download to your computer wherever you have your downloads at. In this case, since it's already here, we're just gonna drag it, and we're gonna add layer. Now, see, let me zoom in here. That's a bit too big. You don't want it on the borders, okay? Because that will cause a problem. I don't know what problems, but it causes problems. And we're just gonna do that. There we go. Like so. And then just type in the font, or type in the text of the prize itself. Now, what I suggest doing, I suggest doing it in black first, and then going somewhere else, and then typing it again, and then putting it in white. That way it'll look a little bit more professional, like so. Now, if it's not really that, if the quality is not that good, it'll look fine in the game itself. There is no official font for the prizes, I'm afraid to say. Sometimes I use New Claritin MT Standard. Other times I use Arial Rounded MT Bold. Where is that? It's here somewhere. No, not that. Hang on, let me. Hang on, this thing is being dubbed now. Where is it? Here it is. There we go. That's better. Now there's a key thing that I want to say. You must have both the black and the white in the exact same font, in the exact same size. Because if you put each of them in a different font or a different size, it will not work and it'll look completely unprofessional. Now, where's that font I was looking for earlier? Here it is. Arial Rounded MT Bold, or you can choose whatever font you want. However, I do not suggest outlines because it does not really look that good. And I especially do not suggest wingdings and webdings. They look completely unprofessional and do not look good for this game. Okay, once you have that done, you can go ahead and save as. Now, this is important. Save as. You want to go into your prizes folder. Click down here and save as BMP. Now, I already have one here, but just click save. It'll bring a pop-up, say, do you want to flatten? Click flatten, and it'll flatten it all into one object. Go back to your prizes. See, I already have it here because I did a take on this earlier. Just type in the BMP file twice, and then click the description, and then, actually leave a couple spaces, and then type in the description. For example, it'd be a DVD player. Now here is the default value. In this case, it'd be worth $500 for the prize. Now, PRZ, Eastern Tour, those are the sound files. If you don't have a sound file for it, you can either do one of two things. You can record your own voice and do that. It only takes like 3 to 5 seconds, maybe even shorter. Like, stop at a DVD player. That works. But don't say the value, because it'll have the value on the screen already. Or you could do what I had here and just press that, and it will the minus key, and that will notify that there is no sound file for it. Now make sure you save. Make sure you save both. Now let's get out of prizes. Oh yeah. Now I do not want to get out of prizes yet, because we need to put it in to the prizes file. You want to type in the BMP file, the DVD player. In this case, we'll just say if you want a different value, you can choose whatever value you want. Just don't go crazy for something like a DVD player. Don't put like $5,000 for a DVD player, unless it's like super pressure like I'm doing right now. But we'll just put $750 for it. Now, let's go back here. If you want to use the default value, just comma again, or space comma, or whatever you like. Now, you have to have 6 prizes for one line. We'll just put 1 for $1, 2 for $2, 3 for $3, and 4 for $4, and 5 for $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Press enter, do it again. And so on and so forth. And then when you're done, with all of that. Go to save as. Not there. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Whatever. Go to boards file, your boards file. Do not save this as a txt. Do not, because it will not work. You want to save it. Let's just say example. I'm not going to save it, but example.bd1. This will be for round 1. bd2 is round 2. Go back. PR1 stands for the prizes, and PR2 for round 2, obviously. Now, WHM, as you see there, excuse me, that's for the whammy board, like they used for the 2002-2003 series whammy, the auto press your luck. If you want to use those, go to your game here and click whammy round using the following board, and just choose the board you want. You don't have to use it every single time, but it is an option. Now, let's say you make a slide, you want to make a cash amount that is not with the game. You do the same thing as you did for your prizes, bl.bmp, except you do not go to pickresize.com. Simply, it's actually very, very easy. You just choose a different one that you used earlier. Let's say we're going to use this one, for example. Go to open, no, zoom in. I highly suggest you zoom in. Now, click text or T. And then let's just say you want a thing of $2,275. Let's just say. Now, that is a bit too small, so we're just going to increase the size a little bit. And again, you want to, I suggest using like an Arial font or like a Times New Roman font, or any font that's like sans serif. In this case, we're going to use, or is it just solid? Alte has Grostek. It's similar to the Arial font. Looks very similar, obviously. Now, I suggest using like a size 16. Unless you're using like bigger amounts. Let's say you want like a $28,000 space. That's a little bit too big. Just decrease it to like a 14 size. Or maybe, no, go back to 14. Let's say you want a prize value like $350,000. Again, that's too big. Decrease that to like a 12 or something. And so on and so forth. Go back up to 16. Okay, and put our 2275 back. Now again, I suggest using a shadow. Go out here and type 2275 again. Go to white and then just drag it like barely above. Like so. And then we're just gonna... Now there is some things where you where there's like a money symbol. Don't ask me for it because I do not have that, unfortunately. You go to your slides, leave it as a BMP 2275, and we'll just say yellow green because that's the color. Now copy this. There we go. See, it's much clearer here than it is here because it's zoomed in so much. And then you go back up to your slides, and then the next lowest, there it is, 2750 in this case, which would be 2775 YG. We'll put as yellow green. Just put the initials for like YG, yellow green, green BG, chartreuse here BC, indigo I, and so on and so forth. Now for here you want to put cash. Now cash dot cache underscore S means that it's cache and an additional spin. In this case, it would be 2275. And these are the sound files. If you don't have any, you can just put like a minus sign for those. But if you do have a sound file, let's say you make one of your own, just type 2275 for the amount, and then put 2275 for the shortened version. In this case would be 2275 BB. BB is pretty much the short version of it. But we're just going to leave that as that for now. Just space this out a little more. And don't forget to save. Especially. Every time you edit these files, save them. Save your files. Save your work. That is extremely important. And no, we're not going to save that. Because we already have one. Now, once you have all of your boards finished, go to your game file. Choose like a sample one. Let's say this one. Copy this. And then put it like, I don't know, here. And then this is where you want to change it. Let's say you want to change it to the board. Now you got to go back to your board's place and see where it has all the boards. Make sure you type in the name of that file. It already has the file extensions on it, so you don't need to change that. Just type like example.bd1, example.bd2, and so on and so forth. Now if you want to change the SND file, let me go back. Go to your sounds, and then type in .snd. That is the sound file there. In this case, they have some pretty cool ones here. In this case, I would probably use either seasons 1, 2, or 3. Where's 3? There it is. In this case, we're going to use season 2, for example. Just as not season 32, season 2. There we go. And then I don't know why it says BD1 twice. Oh well. Now you want to leave this one alone. I meant to leave that one alone. We're just gonna put 1985 questions on there. These ones are for the prize, and these are for the big board round. And these are also for the big board round. This was for the question round. Leave this one alone. And leave this one alone. Now, if you want to make your own intro board, that's a different story. That is pretty much the same thing. Except you just save it as whatever it is, -intro. And do the same thing for your prizes. Then once you have that, go into your games. It should be there, but you'll have to scroll down. We're just going to do Super Pressure Luck, for example. And we're just going to use that. Now, I haven't really adjusted my things recently for my Super Pressure Luck game, but that's okay. It'll bring up the intro board, but if it brings up like an error saying it's like I'm missing a file, click OK to exit the program. Leave it up for just a second so you can know what you need to change. If it keeps popping up for different ones, you'll have to go back and change those ones. And then once you have your board here, you can go ahead and let me turn up my desktop audio just a tad here, just a little bit, so you guys can see what board I have made for the second round. Like so. See, just like this, for example. Yes, this was a board I created myself and made myself. Now these I completely made on my own. I have my desktop audio down, but these I completely changed because I used the Australian mod that I found somewhere.
It's actually pretty cool. If you want to keep your things the same, don't worry about it. But in case you want to know how to change that, just go to your. We're going to exit this, by the way, so we don't need it anymore. Go to your game images file and just where is it? Hang on. Arrows. You'll just need to find some of the things. I have backup images that I put here. There it is. See, like here, I put these images here. There are like 74 of them. Uh, oh yeah, we'll need to change that back. That's right. I'll need to change that back. But anyways, so these are the game image files. If you want to replace a back, you're more than welcome to. I mean, it's your game. You do whatever you like. But yeah, that's it. That's the tutorial. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. Just post them in the comments below, and I will get to them as soon as possible. I will also post the pick resize website down in the description below, so that way that will be able to help you with your Press Your Luck game. With that being said, this is Dan Bingle, and I'm signing off. Bye now.